had this issue at the time where Donny Hathaway, the comparisons. I had an issue where I felt that people were saying that I was trying to sound like that.
You're right.
But I was young. I'm talking 16, 17 years old. I'm not trying to be nobody else but me. I ain't trying to sound like Donny Hathaway. But I met George Benson at a young age. And it took for a legend to tell me at a young age that if anybody ever tell you that you sound like a legend, you got a problem if you can't accept that.
Wow.
So he kind of helped me to turn that thing around.
To shift that.
Yeah, he kind of helped me to turn around.
From George Benson's words, that's what caused you to find your own creativity.
Exactly. But it took for Gerald, before even meeting George. I had met George by the time, but it took for Gerald, who actually took me on the road, put me in front of people to sing background for the Rude Boys, and then for all of us to be on the tour bus rolling together, and they're writing songs and they're coming up with ideas and parts, and then I'm like singing parts with them, and they're learning the stuff that I'm coming up with, and then using it on the next record. I'm like, okay, I got to have something.
Okay.
I think that's really what pushed me over the edge to get on out there and do my thing.
To do your thing and do it so well. Most people are very familiar with you, I would say that. But for some of them, if we're reintroducing the brother Frank McComb, I call it the soul of Frank McComb, the divine soul, because it is soul. That is just the best description I can come up with. Seriously. Your journey in music has been incredible. I mean, you were hired as a musician with Gamble and Huff, with the Philly International Sound over there. I mean, you had to take some of their nuggets of songwriting and some of that style with you to incorporate it with you, and then moved on to Branford Marsalis. Come on, Mr. Marsalis.
Yeah,
put you in a band.
It's a big difference, should I say, musically. Is a big difference from old school and then dealing with a straight-ahead king. So,
how did you define or find that it was okay to not define yourself in a certain genre of music? Because you've crossed the gamut from gospel to jazz to R&B to just about anything. So how did you find that comfortability when they said that we can't market you, we don't know where to put you, we don't,
Well, that in itself is just frustrating, for one, because I don't like being bound.
Right.
I don't like being
labeled and so forth.
I don't like, I'm just physically even trying to hold me. I don't like that. Okay. So I'm not going to let you do it mentally.
Right.
So this is all I know. Music is music, That's it for me. I mean, if I can work with a straight-ahead jazz artist, Branford, and then turn around, do recordings for John P. Key and gospel.
Right.
Turn around and work with Anastasia, who's a pop artist. Turn around and work with Shaka Khan and Frankie Beverly. I mean, that's 4 different styles of music.
Right.
Like, we haven't even mentioned Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince at the time.
Right.
So Will Smith, I mean, it's different styles of music. Music is what I know, but putting it in boxes, I mean, that's something they want to do.
Right, right.
It was difficult in the beginning. It was difficult, but it took for me to have to play the game.
How do you come up with such melodic chords and prolific lyrics? And what is that place called?
It's called, to be honest, it's my God. That's simple. Just as simple as that. I mean, without him, I can't breathe. So a lot of people look at me and they say, man, you have to strike up a lot of incense and, get these candles or go down on the beach. No, not at all. I'm very clumsy. My kids laugh at me all the time because I can walk and just run. I could see a wall and run right into it. I trip over my own 2 feet. I can't play basketball. I can't put that ball in the hoop for nothing. I'm just an everyday clumsy dude, to be honest with you. And I grew up listening to soulful, heartfelt music. Every style of music has its own soul in it, so to speak. What touches me is what I like. Okay. If I don't feel it, well, I just don't feel it. It's not around me if I don't feel it. If I can't feel it, I really don't want to hear it. My iPod is not going to have anything in it that I can't feel. I want to hear the stuff that I grew up listening to that made me who I am, and that's why I record the type of music I do.
Matter of fact, there's a quote I want to read from you. It says,
No. Wait, let me read it first. Oh, Lord.
This is intense here. It's intense. It reads, I want to create the kind of music I grew up listening to years ago.
Okay, calm down now. I'm trying. I'm scared because I done said some stuff. Go ahead.
When real chord changes existed, songs had a subject, and the most important, there was integrity. I love the choice of words that you used, integrity. Listen, we're coming back with more of the divine soul of Frank McComb. You keep it right where you got it. It's right here in the Satin Lounge. with KiaRene.
Intimate time.